Great Heavenly Father, thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for each one that's here this evening to represent the people, the great people of this great county. I pray for each one of these CLB members that they will make the best decisions and give you the credit, Father. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for saving us. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everybody out tonight. First thing on the agenda tonight will be roll call.
Andy Ford.
Here.
Bill Miller.
Here.
Caleb Laker. Here. Jason McMahon.
Here.
Norman Smith.
Here.
Tracy Stepp.
Here.
Jonathan Tiplin.
Here.
Jeff Esslinger.
Here.
Dan Wright. Wilma Ball. Here. Rick Vassar.
Yes.
Debbie Beardoff.
Here.
Tim Lehman.
Here.
Bill Hudson.
Here.
13 present, 1 absent.
Next thing on the agenda is approval of minutes. We have a motion to approve. Mr. Vassar, seconded by Mr. Tucker. Any questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carried. Number 3, elections, appointments, and reports, notaries. Do we have a motion to approve these and waive the reading? Mr. Ford, seconded by Mr.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, any questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carried. In a matter of accepting the following quarterly report, juvenile court. We have a motion to approve. Mr. Vassar, we have a second. Mr. Verla. Any questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carried. The matter accepting the quarterly revenue and expenditure report of the Cocke County Board of Education. A copy was enclosed. We have a motion to approve. Mr. Vassar, second. Mr. Hudson. Any questions?
I got a question about it.
Yes, sir.
I've noticed on page 6, I believe, it says other fringe benefits. It had $494,000. I was wondering if somebody could answer what that was. Anybody from the Board of Education here?
What page? Say 6.
It doesn't have a page number on it.
Yeah, there should be a page at the top.
Page 1 of 89. So it's 5 pages in. 7.
Page 1 of 89, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Which line?
299, 299.
Okay, let's see what you're saying. Was anybody, did they bring this before the budget committee? So it's just a report?
It just seems like a lot of money for this other fringe benefits. Just
I know what you, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're calling things different than what we call them too.
Right.
I do know they're audited just like the rest of us, so.
That year-to-date expenditure is $14,000, so isn't that what that says?
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
But I agree with Andy, there's something.
Unless it's a typo or something like that.
It's some kind of line item there.
Yeah.
the same numbers over here, it says total budget.
Usually a number that big is some kind of grant
Yeah.
that they receive. Normally, that's what happens. Because if you look over again, at the encumbrance and the actual, it's zeroing out. So a lot of times, again, that's a grant that they've received, and they'll spend the same amount of money after year as it goes. Because there are certain things they spend that grant money for. But I don't know, I don't take that from.
Yeah, so maybe we just call the central office and see.
All right. That's a good question. Anybody else have any questions? All right, if not, all those in favor of accepting the report, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, that motion carries. In the matter of committee reports, budget,
Mr. Chairman, the Budget Committee recommends the approval of the tax transfers and amendments and waives the reading of the same for the county.
do a motion to approve. Mr. McMahon, give me a second. Mr. Hudson, any questions? If not, roll call, please.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Caleb Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon,
Yes.
Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Step,
Yes.
Jonathan Tiplin,
Yes.
Jeff Bessinger,
Yes.
Dan Bryant, Wilma Ball,
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
Debbie Viadoff,
Yes.
Tim Langman,
Yes.
Billy Hudson.
Yes.
13 ayes, 1 absent.
Got that motion carried. Next, in the matter of approval of tax transfers, amendments, and waive the reading of the same for the school system. Do I motion approved? Mr. Vasher, do we have a second? Mr. Estlinger. Any questions? If not, roll call, please.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Caleb Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon,
Yes.
Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Step,
Yes.
Jonathan Tiplin,
Yes.
Jeff Bessinger,
Yes.
Dan Bryant, Wilma Ball,
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
Debbie Viadoff,
Yes.
Tim Langman,
Yes.
Billy Hudson.
Yes.
13 ayes, 1 absent.
Mr. Chairman, the Budget Committee recommends the approval of the attached transfers and amendments and waives the reading of the same for the food service.
A motion approved. Mr. Estlinger, seconded by Mr. Vasser. Any questions? If not, roll call, please.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Caleb Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon,
Yes.
Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Step,
Yes.
Jonathan Tiplin,
Yes.
Jeff Bessinger,
Yes.
Dan Bryant, Wilma Ball,
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
Debbie Viadoff,
Yes.
Tim Langman,
Yes.
Billy Hudson.
Yes.
13 ayes, 1 absent.
That's all from Budget.
Thank you. Anything sanitation? All right, number 3, general committee.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, General Committee met on February 12th, and trying to come up with a committee or something to work with Mr. Green, Jeff Green, on reviewing county property. And I would like to make a motion to approve appointing the General Committee to work with Jeff Green in reviewing county-owned property.
Okay. Do we have a second? Mr. Verda. Any questions? No need for roll call. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, that motion carried. Go ahead.
And also, Mr. Chairman, we spoke about, want to make a motion to ask Mr. Lucas Graham to obtain a quote for surveying, appraising, and cleanup of the property at Highway 2570 and 411.
Okay, you put that in form of motion.
Yes, that is it, okay. For Mr. Lucas Graham to obtain a quote, make a motion to obtain a quote of surveying, appraising, and cleanup of property at 2570 and Highway 411.
Okay, do we have a second? Any questions about that?
How about, can I
Yes,
say something
go
about
ahead,
that?
yes.
Lucas and I, Lucas, we've talked about this property out here for about a year.
Mhm.
The county's been sitting on that property for 20 years or better. It just sits there.
Mhm.
And we discussed in the general committee meeting, we suspended the rules during the general committee meeting so we could talk about this. We need to, what we talked about was giving the, Lucas and them, get them to get us a quote, what it costs to clean the property up. And get an appraisal on it so we can get a fair market value for the property. It's a prime piece of commercial property. And maybe get Lucas to put a plan together where the CLB has the authority to say what goes on that property as far as commercial development. Because, I mean, it's a threefold win for the county.
Yeah.
We sell the property first thing, get a good fair market value for it, and it's a prime piece of commercial property. Two is it gets it back on the tax roll, so we're drawing 40% commercial property tax off of it. And three is the sales tax that we get off of retail development on the piece of property. I mean, you've been on the budget committee more than I have.
And you've always-
We've got a lot of problems, and the only solution to the problems we got is money.
Right.
I mean, we've got, animal control is a huge problem right now. We've got the jail situation's that's gonna have to be addressed eventually.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this is just a threefold win for the
I
county.
think it's a good idea. Anybody else got any questions?
You got anything you wanna say, Lucas, about this before we vote on it?
Only thing I want to add to your speech, survey. So, survey, appraisal, and then give me a quote to clean up the property.
Yeah, he did. I think
Yes,
that's right.
sir. Probably before you walked in the door, you
Okay.
did that, survey.
Great.
So since it's, so if we're gonna do that, I'm assuming that the county had to pay for the survey?
Yeah, and, so we got choices. I've not got you yet to see one. See, we got, maybe there's some, we'll check and see if there's enough money left over in the, IDB budget for the industrial park. There might be enough in there to do this, but I need to check and see. As long as I got enough money for the match, the TBA grant, with that, foresight, that's the last big expense.
We don't know a dollar value yet of what it costs to survey it, so, at this time, we're just putting forth the motion to get the ball rolling, right? Correct?
Get a
And then if we get later, then if we'll vote on the money. So there's no money involved yet, this is just getting involved, so at that point, now we can just use a roll call vote to do that, okay? Yes, sir.
I got one comment.
Yes.
When you get quotes, are you gonna get more than one, right?
Yeah, I'll get more quotes. I'll bring y'all back, a list of quotes on each item,
Okay.
when we get them all done, and then I'll bring back and let y'all make a decision.
Mr. Chairman, I'd also like to say that this needs to be done where a developer can't just buy that and sell it.
Yeah,
We need to make sure that we get some sales tax revenue out of this. I mean, it's gotta be some kind of retail development, you don't agree, Lucas?
Yeah, we can put a provision for the sale, that the buyer has to be an end user or be directly contracted with the end user for the immediate development of property. So they'll have to submit a development plan for it to be reviewed, and then the sale or closing can be dependent upon them presenting that.
I mean, when they get that 411 extension done, they estimated, 40,000 cars a day is gonna be going down that road?
yep, sounds good. All right, any other questions before we vote? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carried. Thank you. Good job. All right, number 4, public safety, did you have a meeting? Oh,
Public safety has nothing at this time. We have some things working on, so when we get those, I'll bring it before the CLB, what's going on.
Okay, I want to request we have another public safety meeting in this next 2 or 3 weeks. First opportunity we get, if you can check that, please. We are going to address these aggressive dogs. And anything else we want?
I would like to ask that we look at possibly having the narcotics officers wear cameras. And I am aware that they can kind of do with their own people, but I had an incident with one of the narcotics officers, and I would really like to review this and make sure that that's taken care of.
Okay, so what we'll do, On the agenda, just make sure that aggressive dogs and body cameras. Anything else? All right. Anything purchasing? The mayor is not here. So at this point, we'll go with the county attorney.
Hi, everyone. So I have Attorney Crystal Jesse here tonight to talk about the county joining a class action suit. She'll explain more. But I just want to preface this by saying that there is no downside for the county joining this. So I'm in full support, and if you guys agree, then at the end, you can just make a motion to join, and she can move forward.
Thank you all for allowing me to come here today. I'm over here often since I practice mainly in Greene County. I was previously before you several years ago, around probably 2017 in regard to the opioid litigation, but the Attorney General ended up filing at that time before we got your vote in, so you all did not have to go with us. But I represent 14 counties in Tennessee in the opioid litigation, and that was more than any other firm in the state at the time. And we are still fighting that battle, which led us, we've amended our complaint in that lawsuit about 10 times, and it allowed us to stumble on a group of individuals that we did not know existed. Most common people, I don't think, would. It's a group called the Pharmacy Benefit Managers. And what has happened is that the manufacturers of drugs have set up a network with the pharmacy benefit managers to control and have a man-made depletion of assets. So it raised the price of the drugs. Well, in the opioid litigation, it was easy for us to go back and amend the complaint to include the opioids in the classes that we have going forward. But we also figured out that they're doing it not just with opioids, but they're doing it with other drugs, mainly insulin. And you're going to ask, how does that impact your county? Very specifically, once we first found out that they were price-fixing insulin, they started doing this around 2003. They started price-fixing generic forms of insulin in 2012. So in Tennessee right now, you cannot go buy Levemir. What that has done, Levemir was the cheapest form of insulin you could get in the state. That has raised the price of all hospital diabetic medication as well as your price for your county for health insurance. So on behalf of my counties, we have filed it. It's actually not a class action, but it's a multi-district litigation. So we file individually for you. You have to have a separate lawsuit. You will not be opted into a class. But we filed with our other lawsuits that we've already filed exactly like we did in the opioid litigation. And we filed based upon the fact that since 2003, when we pulled your self-funding for your health insurance premiums, it has went up astronomically for Cocke County. Your taxpayers have had to bear that burden because of this man-made depletion of the insulin that has pushed all of East Tennessee mainly, other than Memphis. East Tennessee has predominantly been affected by this price gouging. So I decided after I got my 14 counties on board that I was going to reach back out to the other counties surrounding my counties to see if you wanted to jump on board. And some of the benefits, as I discussed with the county mayor and your attorney, what people don't realize is because we filed first in the opioid litigation is that my county's got a 10% bump at settlement time. What that means is the money you all got from the state's attorney general, my county's got 10% more. So you all probably got around $2 million. You would have got $2,200,000. We got that because we upfronted the upfront risk. So when the state's attorney general got in, he wanted to quickly settle for around 200 and some million. When we pushed it to 500 million for the state. However, to do that, we've also fronted all the costs. So we take the risk here today. If you get nothing, you have to pay nothing. I'm taking the risk and I'm upfronting the expenses with the understanding that if I get zero from Cocke County, then Cocke County's not going to pay me back my expenses. I am betting on this lawsuit, and I'm betting that if we have a jury trial, it will come back, and then a jury will tell us that what they're doing is wrong and it's cost the county astronomically. Now, do I foresee it going to jury? No, I think this is going to be like the last time I was in front of you, a 5-year process to get us to a settlement. But the two things I can tell you, and I tell every county, and I think one of the gentlemen said it, money is the ultimate thing that's going to fix most of your problems. I'm probably the only person that's going to stand in front of you today and not fuss about anything in the county, You're probably the only person that's gonna stand in front of you today and say, I wanna make you money. When my money comes back to you, just like my portion of the opioid money, there's no red line restrictions. Now, I hate that, and I hate to say that, but the analogy I also use is, if I give you this settlement, you can go out and buy lawnmowers with it if you want to. You don't have to use it to fix the healthcare problem in the county. You don't have to use it to adjust your healthcare premiums. So it will literally be money in hand, a budget line, income that you would not be expecting. I have sent a copy of the retainer agreement to the county attorney. It's a flat 1/3. A lot of counties asking that, is it gonna be any more than that? It's 1/3 in our expenses, but what I tell everybody, like the opioid litigation, when we went across the nation signing up people, such as the Cherokee Nation, they're capped because they're a federal entity, so they can't charge more, we can't charge them more than 30%. So for all of our clients, we knock that down to 30%. Then the federal judge has to approve it. Well, in the opioid litigation, he would not approve a 30% attorney settlement, so it ended up being much less. So I know 1/3 plus expenses is the standard rate if you were to go in with a car wreck or medical malpractice accident. It will never be more than that. If I had to bet, more likely than not, it's always typically less than that. So, with that being said, do you all have any questions?
No questions? Is our attorney said, I don't think there's a downside.
This is just probably a normal question for me. If the county gets this money, how are they going to spend it? Are they going to help those people that spent that money on the insurance to help them? Well, I don't know, they up to you guys.
It'll be up to CLB.
I mean, I just feel like that would be the right thing to do, that, you know.
You could always, if she wins, you could take it and then you guys could put it into a fund that's specifically for something. So you guys make that.
I just wanted to make sure that, you know, somewhere down the line, the people that have actually been affected by that and those insurance premiums get some kind of relief for that too, so. Okay.
Any other questions?
How much is it for? How much is it?
Well, it depends. Once we get the signed retainer, we'll have to pull all your data because at Cocke County, you privately fund your health insurance, but you do it through the Tennessee Common Benefit Pool. So we'll have to pull that data to determine exactly how much we're going to sue for, but we're going to ask for a pretty penny. If it's in line with every other county that we've seen.
Thank you.
If there's no other questions, let's do a roll call vote on this, please. Do we have a motion to approve? Ms. Blazer, we have a second. Mr. Stell, any questions? Let's do a roll call.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Caleb Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon,
Yes.
Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Step,
Yes.
Jonathan Templin,
Yes.
Jeff Bessinger,
Yes.
Dan Hine, Norman Ball,
Yes.
Rick Basser,
Yes.
Kevin Verdoff,
Yes.
Tim Langman,
Yes.
Billy Hudson.
Yes.
59, 1 absent.
Thank you.
If you don't care, I'm gonna slip back out. I have another one is in, but she has my contact information. My door is always open. Best way to get in touch with me is email me. So if any of you commissioners have a personal question you want to ask, feel free to just email.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Number 8, a report from the county commission meeting. Yes.
I have a request from, is this time to see this?
Yes.
Okay, I have a request from, one of my constituents. She is asking that, I'll just read it. 5th District Commissioner, as a citizen of Cocke County in the 5th District, I'm respectfully requesting that the CLB monthly meeting agenda be posted either on the county's website or in the newspaper prior to the monthly meetings. In the spirit of transparency, I think the citizens of the county would greatly appreciate seeing the monthly agenda prior to the meetings.
Okay, what she's asking, what one of her constituents is asking is, can our agenda be published publicly to where it's more convenient for people to see before the meeting, so they'll know what's on the agenda. Now, currently, it's posted downstairs, correct?
Yes, it
And is that the only place publicly that it's posted before the meeting?
is. Yes, it is.
In the day of social media, the way social media is, I don't understand why, I'm just thinking out loud, why we can't put it on some type of social media page for the county,
Or the county website.
or the county's website.
I don't see everything that goes on the county website. I just know that if it's in the newspaper, you do have to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd have, okay, so, if it's okay, can I get, is anybody opposed to that? I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with as much communication as possible. Right? Well, let's talk to, Mayor Mathis about using the county website or a social media page of some kind. And I don't care to do that if you want me to. I'll speak with him this week and see what we get done for next year. Is that okay with everybody? Does anybody need to make a motion on any of that? I mean, I don't care. I'll just go ahead and volunteer to do it if that's okay. Okay, all right. Thank you. You got anything else? All right. A matter report from Cocke County Partnership. That copy was enclosed. Any questions for them?
I know you all seen the report that we put together and sent out. Like I told a few of you all, we didn't want to overload you with information. We wanted to give you the opportunity to read through it and not feel like it's one of the scenarios where, hey, this is too long to read. So if you all want to look through it and ask any questions, we're willing to answer those for you in the annual report that we sent out. Obviously a highlight that we spoke a lot with the mayor about was, we created, us as the county and the mayor's office as well, and the city, we created anywhere between 400 and 420 to 425 jobs. It's kind of the number that we gauged, and all of those jobs, around 300 of those were industrial. And as you all know, the progress of the innovation park, in year 2024, we expect that number to increase dramatically. Obviously, the retail jobs are coming in as well. They're not as much career jobs, as the mayor likes to say, but they're good jobs. But the industrial jobs, having 300 coming in the area, we think is really beneficial to, our local campus here with the community. So if anybody wants to look through our report and has any questions, we'd be glad to answer.
Talk about the grants, the grants that you all.
Yeah, so if you go over, I guess it's page 5 here, we around $17.15 million is what we received in grant money, and it's broken down from. We have 2 of those that were directly toward the innovation park, which obviously when you see the return on that, so you see people like General Beverage and quite a bit of people going in there. You look at the ARPA grant, which you all are familiar with that, with the sewer expansion at Cosby School, and the Gulf Springs exit over to Cosby School. Also, we received a 3-star grant. I have been here, I done a missed grant, but for marketing additional exits, we actually ended up redirecting that money to the state through our C5 program for kindergarten readiness for our children. They pour all the money back into the kids, into the schools. When we have the opportunity to do so, it's great. And then the state gave us a $2 million appropriation to add on to that sewer expansion as well, and the ARC grant from the Appalachian Regional Commission, and they gave us $6 million for the bike trails, which obviously we're trying to round up the NEPA review of that, trying to get put a staple on that. And we also received 2 additional grants of $150,000. So like I said, just wanted to highlight some of the important things that we felt like benefit the community directly, and these grants that we received, the county, which you all know, the county has to contribute a certain amount for us to be eligible for these grants. So the county and city's partnership, we're able to bring these grants in that benefit our citizens directly.
Hey, on the jobs where you're talking about, you created 400 to 420 new jobs. Now, so everybody's aware, these are not new manufacturing facilities that's here. These are existing facilities that they created the extra jobs.
Well, the Keurig Dr. Pepper was a recruitment, as was the Old Smoky location right here as well. It is expansions, and I tried to highlight the Brainchild Creative. Is one that did come in, as is Keurig Dr. Pepper. Keurig Dr. Pepper is actually looking at an additional expansion. They're trying to work out with their, I guess you'd say, their landlords, this kind of the direction that they would take. And then, Old Smoky's just gonna continue to grow. We've got a great relationship with the owners there, and obviously, you all know Mikey McCarter, we've got a great relationship with them. Gonna continue trying to work with them of building that base, and making sure that we have people, over the education department, we wanna make sure we have people career ready, coming out of school, from middle school into high school. We want people to be engaged, we want people to be interested, we want these kids to be career ready when they come out of high school and or secondary education, to be able to fill these roles. That makes our place attractive for businesses and manufacturers.
They have plans to expand even more, Old Smoky?
They do. They want to be somewhere over 500 by the end of this year. Obviously, with the way the economy is, we don't really know what that direction is going to take. But right now, they're moving strong. They're moving strong. So.
They've been able to fill these new jobs.
Sorry, Jason.
They have been able to fill the.
Oh, they have. Yes, sir. And then, Eternal Beverage is doing the expansion. We work with them on securing their expansion there and trying to add 12 to 15 new jobs. And this is more confidential. We have an existing business here too that's going to try to consolidate all of their manufacturing. They're trying to consolidate all their services to one campus, which will be another expansion there, and we'll employ between 20 to 30 new jobs as well. Hopefully they get that going this first quarter. Again, when you're dealing with corporate, it's kind of hard to tell kind of what the fund is and stuff. So same for SI Group.
The reason I asked that question is they're able to fill these new jobs, is I've heard comments before that we don't have workforce here to support any new manufacturing, and that's total garbage.
Right now, it seems like we're hungry. Right now, it seems like we're hungry. It doesn't seem like anybody's really had problems filling those jobs. And what's exciting is seeing this innovation park. This new pageant complete. We're working directly with prospects daily. We had a one call one today actually of doing manufacturing gym equipment here. They told me that I would be able to share that with you, but. We're going to looking to employ 25 to 30 new people, but we want to be selective on who we bring. We don't want to bring a warehouse that employs 8 people. We would rather have 5, 6, 8 companies in that park that employ 50 to 75 to 100 people and go after the big fish like we did have with Conagra. But Conagra took a huge hit to us, but Old Smoky's picked up the slack, and we've actually we're in net gain on jobs now with expansion.
The jobs at Old Smoky, they're good paying jobs.
They're good paying jobs, good career, good benefits, good jobs. We've heard nothing but good stuff over there. So they're a great group to work with. They just want to continue growing here. They said that they love the county. They realize that the people that leave here to go to work every day, because they employ a lot of them in the Gatlinburg area. And they said, we love this area. We love working with the county. Why not try to put our home base in? I think they've done a phenomenal job with that. So
I think it's great. So good paying jobs at home.
it is. That's what we need. The retail jobs are nice.
We've been Sevier County's workforce for years.
Many years. The retail jobs are nice. They're an addition, but those industrial jobs are really what carries this county, and you're able to raise a family with good benefits and take care of your family. So we're proud of that. Very proud of the innovation park and the strides that we made there.
Anybody else have any questions for Mike? Trail, we're inching a little bit closer.
We are, I think Lucas actually filled you all in on this a few months back. The Canadian wildfires really did sort of set us back with the deployment of our local federal assets up there. So it set us back in the NEPA review stages, but we actually had 2 calls last week trying to get that process wrapped up. So going through the bid process, getting stuff ready for them, and that way we can open up the bid for certain things. So.
Any other questions?
Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Matter report for priority ambulance service, that copy is enclosed. Matter report for Cocke County Beautiful, that copy is enclosed.
I thought I had it all.
Matter report for Andy Griffin. Matter report for Cocke County Partnership, Christian, nothing there. Property tax refunds. Number 4, the matter of approving the following property tax refund, Eddie and Judy Hurst for $34 from Macy Reed. We have a motion to approve. We have Mr. Ford, we have a second. Mr. McMahon. Any questions? If not, roll call, please.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Caleb Blazer. Yes. Jason McMahon.
Yes.
Norman Smith.
Yes.
Tracy Steph.
Yes.
Jonathan Templin.
Yes.
Jeff Esslinger.
Yes.
Dan White. Bill Maball. Yes. Rick Baxter.
Yes.
Debbie Virgo. Tim Lehman. Billy Hudson.
Yes.
13 ayes, 1 absent.
New business, in the matter of approving a resolution to enter contract for water infrastructure grant program.
The resolution is just to enter into a contract with an engineering company. TDEC just requires it to be in a resolution for the grant.
Anybody get any, well, first of all, we have a motion to approve. Mr. Blazer, we have a second. Mr. Hudson. Any questions? Just do a roll call, please.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Caleb Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon,
Yes.
Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Step,
Yes.
Jonathan Timlin,
Yes.
Jeff Esslinger,
Yes.
Dan Bryant, Wilma Ball,
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
Kevin Verdall,
Yes.
Tim Lehman, Billy Dutton.
Andy, got everything.
B, in the matter of approving a resolution to file application for 2024 home funds with THDA. Do we have a motion to approve that resolution? Does anybody know what it is? All right, let somebody explain that.
Are those?
This is the home grant that we get every few years that helps citizens either rebuild or do renovations on their homes.
Low income.
Yeah, low income, yeah, and it's a no match grant. TCAC helps us administer it. We have a representative here from TCAC if y'all have any questions for her. But this is a grant that we've done several times.
Yeah.
How much is that grant usually?
This year it's $750,000.
Who administers this grant?
TCAC.
Now, was there some things that come out about that as far as having to have one project done before we do the other? We were a couple, 3 years ago, something happened with that.
Yeah.
Or was
Is that an issue this year?
No, I think, are you talking about where they were doing the rebuild and maybe the county, they had put restrictions on how many reconstructs
Yeah.
that could be
Yeah,
done?
yeah.
And we had talked, when we met with the mayor about, that kind of limits you because then you run into those things. So I don't think there's any restrictions on it. So it's basically, we do the public meeting, we assess the need, we go out, a third party will do a work write-up, and we just continue until the funds are gone, until we can serve as many people as we
Because I know we
can.
tied our hands there on some things that needed to be done, right? When
Pardon?
that happened, we sort of tied our hands on.
Back then, yes.
Yes,
But
because,
that's not,
well, it was something that the county had voted on, and hindsight, it just kind of restricted what you could use the money for. That wasn't the funds from CHDA, that was a county restriction, and I think
Do I have a motion to approve? Mr. Uslinger, second by Ms. Blazer. Any other questions? If not, roll call, please.
Andy Ford,
Yes.
Bill Miller,
Yes.
Caleb Blazer,
Yes.
Jason McMahon,
Yes.
Norman Smith,
Yes.
Tracy Step,
Yes.
Jonathan Timlin,
Yes.
Jeff Esslinger,
Yes.
Dan Bryant, Wilma Ball,
Yes.
Rick Vassar,
Yes.
Kevin Verdall,
Yes.
Tim Lehman, Billy Dutton.
Yes.
9 absent.
C, in the matter of setting the terms for Civil Service Board, Love Henderson, 1 year, Liz Smith, 2 years, Jody Lowe, 3 years. We have a motion to approve. Mr. Berdahl, second by Mr. Miller. Any questions?
Are these the only 3 members of the board?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carried. Anything miscellaneous? Do we have a motion to adjourn? Ms. Slater, Mr.